Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on day 11 of our December daily. I apologize for being late, not having this up for you. Yesterday, I just literally could not film. I started a video, it just was a big mess, and I'm still stained red from it. I'm going to have to do portions of that in something because of what I was trying to do. I need to finish it, but it just was not working for me. And so this morning I went through my entire Christmas bin here, flipped through what we've done so far. I do have some things that I need to go back and do in this, but I think that's something I'm just going to have to do like off screen unless I just make that part of a video so you can see the things that I need to go back and fix. So you guys let me know in the comments below, do you want me to do that with you, or do you want me just to do that off screen? Because there are a couple things, like I still have to do day 4 and do something that can secure that tag to the page. And then also day 10, when we did the Christmas cards, I didn't put anything in the journal for day 10. So thoughts below on that, please. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. It really means a lot to me. Don't mind this pile of stuff here that I don't know if you can even see that, but that is, I've started day 12 because, well, you'll see why in day 12. Anyway, so moving on. So day 11, I'm stumped. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I pulled out the Ephemera Ember list, and we have done the Apothecary label and Quirky Cat. So I do want to mark that off because we have done that prompt. I'm not doing all of these. I just not going to do them all. But I thought, you know what, this layered tag and retro film strip, I really want to do that because I do actually have some film strips. My friend sent these to me. They're her family's, like, family reels, and I thought I hardly ever use them because I hoard them, and what better way to use them than in a December daily project. So I did that, and then I dug through the Tim Holtz ephemera pack, the layers that we have used in a previous video, right? And I thought, you know, I feel like I want something more wintry versus Christmassy today, and maybe that'll give us a break from it just being all Christmas. So what I picked out was this White Pines Forest piece that has the window. And I also have here Forever Forest. It's a Stampin' Up set with the dies, and I've never used these. I bought them for Christmas last year, and I never used them. So we're going to do that. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. So we're going to kind of brainstorm, but we have to do layered tag and a retro film strip. Who is honking? Oh, we've had so much activity on the road this morning. I have no idea what's going on. Everybody's, I think, trying to get ready for another storm coming through later today. Okay, so what's going to happen is we are going to stamp these, and I think I want to definitely use this one and this one. So obviously I haven't used these yet. I mean, they're still attached. So I need to get the stickers on the stamp. So those are all prepped and ready to go. And if you've never had a new stamp set or done this, I'll just tell you kind of like how I do it. And I would assume there's probably a better way than what I do, but I can't remember now. It's been a while. Yeah, this peels off to reveal kind of I don't know, it's got like almost a shiny, it's not really sticky, but anyway. And then we have our bit here. And that goes on the back. Am I doing that backwards? Whoa, 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 whoa. Doing it backwards. My friend's probably like, Jody, what are you doing? I'm messing it up. Okay. You can tell by the shape of the sticker which way it goes on. So you just get it kind of lined up on there and then peel that backing off. Half the time I get these on wrong. Oh my gosh, that's so sticky. It just stuck to itself. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that staying on the stamp block when we go to use it for sure. Okay, so now I know which stamp that is when it's in my case. So I'm not going to do that with all of these right now, but I do know I want to use maybe that one. But this was the one that I really wanted to use. So I hope everybody is doing well. Cannot believe that the time and how quickly time is going right now. I did finish the January project and I got that mailed out. Thank goodness. Then also I have gotten all my Christmas cards done. I finished them the other night. Well, I say all. I have like 3 I still need to send out. But those are like, they'll get there when they get there, to be perfectly honest. And then, so I still have to decorate my tree. Did I tell you guys? I think I did. That the bulb I ordered for my angel got lost from Amazon in this storm. So it never got delivered. And typically I put my angel on my tree first. And, uh-oh. Well, we have an issue there. These are really sticky. I'm not used to these being so sticky. So I'm waiting on my angel bulb to come, but I think this afternoon I may go ahead and put a few things on that are not like breakable, so that way we can get something on the tree, you know. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I need to figure out what I want to stamp these with, and I think I want to use a green because pine trees stay green even in the winter. So I want to see what we have for green, and I have this really good, this is like garden green. It's kind of a, we'll see what color it is. And we'll just stamp on something that doesn't matter first. I always have to figure out how to use these Stampin' Up! Ink pads. Goodness. And then that will allow us to see where we want to go with it. And we have to do the layered tag part, right? Is that even going to work? I don't know about that. May have to put this in a stamping platform. Here we get in some green now. But just this light bit of color might be okay, huh? So let me figure out what I want to do. If I want to do that on a platform so I can continue to stamp until I get the color that I want, I think that might be what I have to do. This was a D-Stash ink pad from my friend, and oh, there we go. Lock it in, Jody. And I really like the color. Here we go. We're getting it. We just have to give it the what for. Okay. So let's see. I don't want to stamp on that. Do I want to stamp on that? Is that a big enough piece? It is a big enough piece. Just a piece of watercolor scrap that I have from tomorrow's project. All right. Oh, I like it. Perfect. Okay. So then let's go ahead and stamp a single tree somewhere. The one thing about this, oh wait, just kidding. I have a die set for this. I was thinking the one thing I don't like about this is trying to fussy cut watercolor paper, but I don't have to worry about that because we have a die set for that. Yep. Okay. And then I want these 2 trees here as well. All right. Okay, so I'll get these die cut, and then when I come back, we will work on our tag base and figure out what we're doing because I don't have a clear picture yet. So I changed my mind on the color. I really felt like Well, I have some ribbon that's got blue pine trees on it, so that's why I changed my mind. This, oh my gosh, let's get ink everywhere. This is just a cheap Michaels ink pad. Oh my gosh, cheap Michaels ink pad. And I thought, I'm just going to see what color it is. So I just kind of rubbed it on this piece here, and I was like, oh, I like that blue. But then I thought, well, they're kind of dull. Of course they're dull. Of course it's me. We have to add some sparkle. So I have this Spectrum Noir pen that my friend sent me in sparkle. And I said, oh, I'm going to see what it does. So I did test it on this first. And it kind of does like almost a watercolor effect. So these are wet. I'm going to try not to mess them up. But you can see like the difference in the ink and stuff. And I'm loving that I said, oh, well, let's see what this does. Because I almost just reached for my Glacier Paste and I thought, Jody, you do great Glacier Paste all the time. Let's do something different today. So I'm doing something different today. And my sweet friend who sent this to me is just so... she just sent me a song and she goes, if you haven't heard this song, I really think you should listen to it. And so I did listen to it, and it's a faith-based song. And anyway, it just really spoke to me, but it was good for me to hear it because it is a reminder that I am not perfect, but that's not a secret. And so I'm loved anyway, and even in these tough times I'm having, that it's okay to be me. So it was good for my soul. But anyway, okay. So yeah, I don't know if that's translating. Let me kind of zoom in for you a little bit. Be like, hey, super close. And look at me. I just look like Christmas is thrown up all over my fingers. These ink pads and I are having a little chat. You guys, if you hear me say like I'm having a chat with my printer, or you know, we're having a discussion, or whatever the words are that I use for that, it usually means that I am grumbling at my printer, having difficulty. It's not cooperating. And so we have a little chat, and usually the chat goes, do what I'm telling you to do. You're a piece of equipment. I pay you to do this job, so do your job. But it's very interesting though, because a different friend of mine yesterday was trying to print, and she was having a chat with her printer as well. And so I just have the question for anybody who's got the Epson 2850. There's 3 of us that I know now have this issue. So depending on the answers, I may tag Epson in this, but does your printer just decide to, I don't know, it's tired and needs to take a break in the middle of printing? It spits out partially printed pages, or you send a print job to it and walk away because, you know, do other things while your printer's working, and then it just decides not to print. It pauses and it doesn't print. And I've heard different things, like maybe you've had, you know, a lapse in internet signal to the printer or something like that. But I have to say, it's super annoying because number 1, it wastes ink. Number 2, it wastes paper. And number 3, it wastes my time. So I was just curious if anybody else has those issues. Okay, so these are going to dry, right? And I'm not sure that I'm going to use these 5 as a whole, because I'm thinking I might cut those out, and then maybe we'll layer on the edge here. I'm liking the grays and the blues and the blacks, which means actually I inked around these in brown, and I think I'm going to go back over them in black soot. I think that's going to be a better color for, yeah, I could already. Yep. I'm going to go back around all of these with a little bit of black soot. You can still see the brown. I'm not that worried about the brown, but I think that the black is a better color for what we're working with. So I'll go around all of these again, and we still have to figure out our bits, but see, I think that blue film goes really well with the blue trees, and just the darkness of this piece also lends itself to these film strips. So yeah, Okay, for needing to get something done kind of in a hurry, you would think that I wouldn't sit here and fiddle with all these little fiddly bits I've got going on. But it's okay. So here's what we're going to do. I have my watercolor paper, right? And my little Tim Holtz piece. Got some trees. I have the movie strip fed through here. I've cut out some other bits here. So we're just going to assemble this and we're going to call it good. So what I'm going to do is leave a frame around this of the blue. Okay, I want to get it built and then we'll determine our height. I don't want to cut it down until we're like done gluing things for sure. So, yeah, I am just going to put some art glitter glue on the trees. I'm going to start with the trees because I just feel like I want to make sure. Now, see, that one's got to go down first. Think about what you're doing, Jody. Okay. I had this laid out and then I took it apart. It's what happens. Because, oh, I know, I want you to stick out over the edge. Then this one is going to kind of go like behind here and over here, kind of like that. Kind of like that. Okay. And then we have to glue around our frame to build it. Hopefully this works out. Not like last night's video that I was trying to do for today. And then I was like, well, scratch that. Now what am I going to do? Happens sometimes though. And I'm usually pretty real. Like I'll share epic fails with you guys. But it just, the whole thing, it just wasn't working for me. So, okay. I did put this in that book press for a minute, but I don't think it was long enough. So I think what is going to happen is once we are finished, oh no, it's okay. I can trim it. I didn't put that on there straight. Once we are finished building it, I'm going to smush it again because it definitely needs smushed for sure. All right, so that's these guys. They're going to go here. And then I'm thinking I do definitely want like some more trees up here. Do I like those? Is that too many trees? That's too many trees. And I didn't think that through when I decided on which ones I was keeping. Oh, I can cut this one. Hello. Yeah, let's cut that one. So yeah, and I like being able to like look at the die cuts and say, oh, how can I use that differently? You know what I mean? And I don't have the texture necessarily on the edge of it that the die gives it. Like it gives it that finished edge. But that's okay because I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit right there. I lost my train of thought. I'm not surprised. Yep, got nothing. Gone. And then once you ink that, you don't really see that edge is like not exactly what we wanted, right? But I like that. First I dimension there, and that's pulling our eye, right? And then we have our film strip that I think I want to glue maybe there. Don't really want to hide White Pines Forest. Don't necessarily want to cover that tree, but it does give us a little bit of interest there. So I hadn't laid this all out yet, but that's okay. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a big tag. It can just be, you know, a smaller one. It can be chunky. It can be wide. It can be whatever we want it to be. Ooh, I do like that little cabin there, but sorry, cabin. Unless I put that up there. Because we have this that's going to go on here. Because we're talking about the registered, you know, we're mailing postcards, right? Oh, well, it doesn't have to be postcards. I could cover up the postcards and then it could just be like a memory piece of traveling. There we go. That's what we're doing. And I want to be careful that oh, hi, take the pen out. I'm only gluing in the middle here and along the edges because I want that film strip to be able to be moved. So let's just get that kind of centered, almost like a belt buckle here. Yeah, I like it. And then that can move. I'm going to have to clip that down to be held in place until that glue dries. Okay, so that's going to go there. Yeah, I like that better. Then we can have some trees up here. Just kind of as like a, going back into the forest a little bit more. With some layers. Some layers. I'm thinking my way through this. Sorry, I know I quit talking, but that's okay. You guys are just kind of watching it unfold here as I'm figuring this out. I said, oh, I had this laid out and I had a picture of, or didn't take a picture of it, but that's kind of misspeaking because I didn't have the whole thing laid out. I just had this kind of laid out. And because this is watercolor, it's leaving kind of like weird little indentations where I'm cutting that apart. Yeah, let's do that. I need to close my glue. I got to remember this is not the Bearly Art glue. It's not going to tolerate being left open like that. So it kind of gives an illusion of the depth in the forest here by layering these like we are. Yeah, oh, I like it. So let's just go along the top of this one. Yep. So we have lots of layers of trees, right? We have the layering. Oh, the layering of the trees here. And then we have our film strip down here. So that's meeting the Dephemerimber prompt, right? That's going to need to have some weight on it for a second. Let's get that glue wiped up. And then we have this little piece here that we have to build. Now, the number, the N, because this is watercolor paper, like the N didn't cut super well. But I'm like, I tried to find the O. The O is the only letter I can't find on my desk. So I'm wondering if it fell on the floor or something. But that's okay because I came up with something else that I thought would be cute to cover that number there. Because you can't really tell that's a number. It looks more like an H, I think. So I just cut a piece of red cardstock for back behind there. For just some, just a pop of color. We had it was 2 1 note with just the blues. So, yeah, I just wanted a little bit more color. And then I've cut this 11 out, and here we go with having to try to work with these little tweezers. Oh, these tweezers. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. I do try to practice with them. I do try. So it's kind of crooked. Of course it's crooked. It's me. And then our other number one. And my hands just don't even like to work with stuff this small. Not at all. But I think this kind of showcases, like, for the, especially like for these postal dies, there's ways that you can use them other than just in like a correspondence journal or an air journal or something like that. Like, you do have options. So don't think just so one note with your things. Like, what are other ways that you can use them? And my friend's so cute. She goes, "Why are your trees blue?" I said, because The film strips are blue, and I have some ribbon here that I think I'm going to try to use, and it's blue. Now see, should I have done that in a different color? Maybe I need to cut that in a blue piece. I don't think so. Oh no, because if I put it here, then my red arrow will come across here and we can see it. Or I just don't use it. Okay, so that should be holding now. Let's get this glued down. Trying to get that on there square, because I don't want to have to try to trim that up. And then again, some weight on that for a second. Where's my other one? I don't know where it is. Because that's a pretty sturdy piece there. So I just want to make sure there's like weight on that to hold that down for a second. And then I'm thinking, where's my pen? I need to like glue one of the magnets on this bottle. I've seen people doing that and I think it's such a great idea. So maybe that'll go there. I don't think I'm going to do that after all. I'm just not liking that piece. And like there was that arrow, but I didn't like the curve of it. But it's fine. We don't have to have it absolutely perfect. It's totally fine. And I don't think, we have the hands, but the hands were too big in here. That arrow, ooh. That's kind of a cool piece. Ooh, do I cut that out of a piece of blue? Yes, I do. Hang on. Ooh, I like this a lot because it gave me this piece, which is super cool. But it also left me this piece on my cardstock, which is super cool. So let's see what size circle that is. Look at that, you guys. Can I do it and center it? I need some better lighting here. Oh, yeah. So cool. Yes. Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. And even I could just put it in there. Like that. Ooh, and if I cut that out of red, let's do that. Okay, so we have to make some decisions here. So I have to go put a ham in the oven and get this video uploading for you guys. Okay. So if I put this here, contemplating if I need this in a different color because it's not enough contrast on here. And do I want it red? More options. Okay, I think I have this die figured out. And you guys are probably like, you're so dumb sometimes. Oh my goodness. Look how cute that could be. Or I just don't even do the white and I just do the red and blue. Or, what was I thinking? Oh, I know what I was thinking. I do know what I was thinking. Yeah. Something like that's what I was thinking. So, let's see if I do the red and the white and the blue here. Come on, let go of my ego. Yep. Here we go. Okay. Yep. I got it. I got it. You guys are like, about time. Oh, about time. And I just am doing my glacier paste on this because it dries faster than the matte medium that I was using on the other pieces, but it still gives us the shimmer, and that's just kind of like what we're after here. So I want to put my blue piece down first, I think. Yeah. This is a really fiddly little set here. I'm like, oh, this is not what I have time for, but now I'm all excited because I figured this die out, which is so silly. I'm so silly. Okay. And it's not perfect, and that's okay that it's not perfect. I'm not worried about that perfection piece of it because I want it to be kind of like rustic and fun, and it is just for me, so it's not like it has to be spectacular, even though, I mean, I want it to be spectacular. Am I mumbling? Stop mumbling. Okay. Yeah, I like it. All right. So I just want to kind of come over here with that. Let's put this down on here. Yep. Ooh. Not in the R though. Let's don't get in the R. Okay. So we have, as you can see, lots of layering going on here. And I think that we have definitely honored the challenge for today. And I think I want to just put this over the top of those, okay? For sure. Yes, I like it. And then what could actually happen is we have our 11 on here. And I do have like a Christmas card that came in the mail for the Christmas cluster swap that was in the Facebook group. And so I was thinking what we could do is, come on, give me just the one signature. Sorry about my reach. Layered tag and retro film strip. So let's see. I had closed my page. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So I think what I want to do is we're just going to make this. I am taking inspiration from the prompt that it's supposed to be a tag, but we're going to make this pocket. So the inspiration came from the Defender and Ember, and they said you interpret the prompts to, you know, what you need, you know, or whatever. So that's what we're doing. I am just going to cut this at an angle. Oh, hopefully it'll be okay. I think I want... Go for it. Stop fussing. Yeah, I like it. And then what we can do is just go around the edge of this with something and finish it off. Yeah, because then I have to go start lunch, and then once I get that started, I can come up and resume episode 12. I had to start that first because it needed to dry, and you'll see why when we get there. And then, oh, I like that. And then get that done. I've got to get some cleanup done in here. You guys, I literally don't know where the film strip die set is. I have no idea where I've put that. I even have a little package of some that were like already pre-cut from when I made the ambassador video for that set, and I have no clue what I did with it. I have no idea where it is. And because I am in the process of rearranging and moving, and Mark won't build my die cut cart. He keeps telling me I can't have it till Christmas, and I'm like, okay, fine, because he did build me this new table, so I can't really like fuss too much, but I really wish he would get it built for me, just because then I could get the dies put on there and done. I like it. I feel like we need more in that background, but I'm going to wait for right now. Oh, maybe I could do some splatters or a little bit of mica spray. Maybe. And look, I didn't even use this ribbon. It was the whole reason that I did the trees in blue was to use this sparkly ribbon, and I didn't even use it for anything. Maybe I'll figure something out. I don't know. But for now, that's it. So I'm going to let this dry, go start lunch, and then I will see you guys in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a lot of waffling, and I was probably mumbling. And if I was mumbling, I apologize. Please show me some grace. Yeah, just that's all I ask for. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all the wonderful, kind comments, continued support. I am really enjoying December, and nope, that's the wrong word. I'm really enjoying December daily, and I like having the December prompts because like I get stuck today and I'm like, okay, what's on here that I can take inspiration from and help spark something? So this helped spark something today. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm just grateful for all of you. The growth of the channel has been amazing. You guys are just wonderful and I appreciate it so, so much. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. So, or this make anyway. But go look at your dies and see what you can do differently with a set of dies you have in your stash. And I want to hear what you pulled out and you used. So that's going to be your challenge for today. Look in your die set, pick something out, and use it in a way in which it was not intended to be used, and then head over to Facebook and let me see what you've made. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.